the fuck it is. Bro, so I heard a goddess just now telling a video, right? Um, talking about how long this war is gonna last and how it's gonna make the economy fall. Black women saying, first off, shout out all my real black women. Shout out like all the goddesses that like know who they is, you feel me? Know who their sister is, know what's going on with their species. I can't imagine the pain through your division of like even feeling how I'm feeling, but more so from you being a Muslim all life. For real, I can't imagine. For real. But I will say this. That goddess specifically that was saying that, y'all. I'm just like, we so detached from ourselves that we're gonna talk about any and everything that they throw out amongst what's taking place without talking about what was actually done to us entirely and what is being done to us now that we're living in. Okay. Mm-hmm. Y'all feel me? Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy out here, Like I know we didn't forgive your reads that much. You feel me? That we not, and I'm saying even from, like even if you're not gonna say like it's crashing because of like who he is and all the genocide in which the foundation in this was built on and stuff. Like you're not gonna go like deep into stuff and everything or genetics or any of that. Just knowing the trauma that we face in this system, adapting to like what we shouldn't. Even if you don't know that, just knowing just us playing the game as it's like we're supposed to be living like this and everything, right? Let's just say that. Let's just say that specifically, right? I mean, hypothetically speaking, let's just say that. Y'all see what goes on with us, So like not mention us, like who he is, what's happening with us, for the reason why all this shit is crashing. You're gonna say because of the war, because of the war, because of the distractions. I'm just like, okay. That kind of this is why Mother Nature has taken over, y'all. This is why, y'all, because the damage that's been done to us off of playing this game of these infringed ways, right? It's like took over our mind that a lot of our solutions that we're coming about, it's from a lack of awareness. I'm not saying this to be funny or anything. Like it has us, y'all, like trying to find the answers from like what they would deem as answers, or like around that, like footsteps around that, when it's like we shouldn't be like, it's this whole system, and it's not like it's randomly, like it's not like it's randomly like stuff that's not for us in it or that we deal with, and it is like random, like it was designed against us. So it's like, it kind of like got it like my brain, I was like thinking about that, y'all. It kind of hurt me. I'm not even gonna front. It kind of hurt me. But y'all know me. I'm a always stand firm in like what's really important as far as like what we should be worried about as just like close out there. So everybody see your neighbors, like you for funny. You feel me? It's a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing. So that hurt my lower heart. But besides that though, I hope everybody's feeling good. The energy's been crazy on the planet, y'all. The energy's been crazy. You can't even front. The energy's been wild. But I hope that everybody's been trying to balance out. I know I have. I've been doing a good job though. I always do a good job though. Cause I got one of the most like realist situations and whatnot. Like my shit's kind of crazy out here. You feel me? But niggas always go forward though. Shout out to Truby Chirps. You feel me? Shout out to the Lord Truby. My Zazie. My Zion. Shout out Lord Me. You know, Lord Me is like, man, it's crazy. It's my twin. You know, like for real, it's my twin. And shout out to the mother of my child. I hope you're really trying to do your best for yourself to come. You know, I don't need to get into specifics, but just understanding of like what's mainly important. You know, not like a you personally thing or me personally thing, but like a our child thing. You know, it's like all together. And I hope that whatever isn't good for you, for not even just you being a mother to my child, but for yourself, that would also be in that category. You know, but that you're, you know, always trying to grow. Not to say you're doing even bad, you know, but you know that you're striving and keeping the proper steps that you need to take. You feel me? And shout out my Lord Scorpy. Shout out my Lord Scorpy. Shout out my Brit. My Lord Scorpy Sports. My Lord Scorpy. For real, man. Nah, screw up, man. Nah, for real, yo. Side. Yo, it's over here. The energy is real crazy over here. Whenever I always be like a certain part. Nah, but y'all, like I'm trying to get back on my tip where it's like I'm trying to get back on my tip where it's from a standpoint where it's like I'm back going on live regular and having like my main stuff, you know what I mean, that I got zoned in on and stuff. But I've really been just trying to work on my mental health. Because for me, as the radiation increases and like my anatomy changes even faster, and me being in the heart of the destruction, right? Exactly. Type of time, so-called say, right? You know, it's certain ways and how I gotta move. You feel me? I gotta move like in like a certain way. You feel me? Like it ain't no motherfucking like Lord type of. Look at the Lord squirrels. It ain't no. It ain't no. It ain't no. I mean, it ain't no game, but it is a game though. You feel me? You gotta really be on point. But it's not the rag on point though. You feel me? You can get it twisted. You can get it. It's different. You know. And I'm gonna get back on that time though. I'm gonna get back on that time. I really why I haven't also though. I've just been really focusing on my music. I ain't even going front. And when I say focusing on my music, um, it's from a standpoint of something like I naturally love to do, right? So it's not like I'm saying this from a standpoint like I'm mean like being famous or anything like that, or if you know I was to make a living off of it, and stuff like that. Of course, you know that would be lovely and all that, and why not if I could, you know, if it's there, if it's feeling sounding, you know, and it's right for me. and it fits. But like, like I'm not like I'm gonna just be real. Where we're at, like there's way bigger shit to worry about, y'all. You know. Even with that being something I love to do, where it's like I'm not gonna even be on a type of time I'm where I'm even that's going far fast. I'm not saying where I'm not. You feel me? I saying too much because I was about to say like, yeah, now I'm always gonna be fucking with my music. You feel me? But there's other shit that's more important. They gotta be. You know what I mean, so you gotta just even shit out. But I got like low key, like like real low key though, like real low key. But I'm real particular. I'm real particular. And we at a certain time, as that radiation increases more, the more I feel, the more I just feel off as what people could know is like crazy as far as what I'm living in. Because it's like the more I'm around people just going along and just acting like everything is everything. And it's just like, but it's crazy though that anyone would feel like that. But I know, put it like this, it's a lot of crazy people. Even if they don't know stuff as deep as I know it. But from this standpoint, they're saying the same stuff, but they feel like, you know, like the anticipation, like whatever happened, that's gonna happen. Why am I still working? You know, like the girl said, she said, it's regular people. It's regular people, not just homeless people, people struggling. It's regular people. It's regular people that don't see the point in working no more. It's regular people, you know, like complaining and spazzing out and shit. You know, so I guess they're just crazy also. Maybe we just all crazy. At this point, I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck what anybody say about me. I'm gonna be real, and I say that respectfully. Like if that's like taking like however whatever, I don't know. But like I'm saying this from a standpoint of of like, I know what I need to be, what I need to be doing, from a me individual betterment slash species, you know, standpoint. Like I know. You gotta be like in motherfucking in incognito, and if you don't, like you'll lose yourself. But sometimes like I wish people can like like see how much I guess of them acting like, because acting like nothing is wrong or everything is the same. I wish people can see like how much like they don't look like that. Whatever that would be. Like I don't even have to have seen a person like years before. You feel me? When they were so called like normal or whatever. Or how they're trying to act now, if they are aware. Like I can just tell. And most people, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like you can just tell. You can feel the tension when people getting out of their cars, going in their cars. You feel me? You can see it all on their face. You feel me? Like all of that shit. And just because, you know what I mean? Like I said, the enforcement around like the natural resources and stuff, and not knowing how to get out of it. You feel me? That, you know, and just the social programming of it deemed as a regular reality. You feel me? That puts you even more so in a fight, flight, or freeze standpoint, a docile state. You know, like an undeveloped brain like state. Even more so, you're not eating right. Like it's connected in a lot of ways. But what I'm basically saying is, you know, you're not gonna see what's going on and shit. Like I'm telling you, off break, right? I swear, I get shit right. I get shit right with Bay. I'm sliding off. I swear we sliding off. I swear it's like we come up with the master plan and just slide off on everybody. You know? See, when you slide off, it don't gotta be slithery. You feel me? You slide off, it don't gotta be slithery. I'm ready for this shit to crash. I know my black people feel me. No disrespect to the human beings, but I know a lot of y'all feel the same way. Like y'all ready for it to crash too. But you really gotta feel my people though. Like you really gotta feel my people. Like we ready for this shit, especially I know you ready for this shit. For real. Like niggas ain't doing none of this. Niggas ain't trying to hurt nobody. Nothing. Niggas it's not. Like it don't make sense. Like you don't gotta know exactly what the fuck is happening. You feel me? All you gotta know is everything is here on the planet in abundance. Like for you like to survive, to be Gucci. You feel me? Like they be trying to slice it and make it some whole other shit that it's not. Or you're ever trying to slice it and make it some other shit. I'm gonna talk to yo like whether it be the creator of the complex organism or 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 Jesus. You feel me? And I'm gonna tell him like well I go front if it's us, right? If it's us, Jesus, if it's us, I'm gonna be like on the tip like damn, like I wasn't even sure if another being created them. Because they ain't had no connection to nature, but you created them. They couldn't figure out that you was us and you created them, it was their warning in the Bible to treat us better. You know what I'm saying? Off of us being the true chosen ones. Wouldn't it make sense if Jesus is so-called black, that the black people would be chosen because they're the people of the same genetic makeup, one in ear splits, right? Even while divided, right? Wouldn't that make sense? Nah, but yeah, but like I would be like, I would be like, dang, like you made them and they still ain't get it. This whole system is created strategically against the sun children, right? What type of forgiveness is motherfuckers in? Like put me on game. Like what you just gonna pray for forgiveness of a system that's made and designed and targeted towards us, and then you're gonna get forgave by someone that looks like me, and just say my being organic people. Like what? That's gonna be forgiven when this shit was just played out like regular reality and protected amongst like the lies of it to not get known and get shown, so no one can show the truth. Like what? And people that's not us knew that this system was by them, but they thought that they protected them and didn't even see that they threw a curveball, threw them out here with us, for us not even to know what's going on, you know. Then like shit crazy, y'all. I'm getting like this shit crazy, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Like there's gonna be no forgiveness because, like I said, they didn't see the curveball. You know, they didn't see the curveball, so it's like there's gonna be no acting like they didn't know that this came from them and shit. You know, so them living off the genocide of the black um, woman and her creation. That's karma behind that. You know, I don't. There's no whatever justification around it. Don't even matter. And then her children is being hurt too. You feel me? But so really, just think about that though, y'all. Just think about that for a moment. Let that settle in real quick. Like, of course, if people was to accept that Jesus, people like, oh, why they not putting why they not taking the white Jesus and everything? They put it up. That's why. You know, like they accept that he's black, and they accept that they got to take. They're forced to take more accountability for how they're treating us as black people. You know what I'm saying? If they was to accept Jesus being black, you know, I mean, we got the same genetic makeup. That means Jesus was a son child, and then everything we go through, it just highlights it even more how bad it is. And then you make the connections of everything that happened to Jesus, that happened to us, and that happens to us. You know, so easy. So I kind of it's crazy. I was talking with my God earlier about it, but I was telling him I've been talking to a lot of people about this. You know, like how they say Jesus, God knows what you're gonna do before you do it right. Like, and we'd always ask them younger like what the fuck? Like it don't make no sense. They like freak you out when you try to think about it and shit. Now, if Jesus is black and Jesus knows what you're gonna be before you do it, right? If he's supposed to represent us, he would have to be because we're the same, right? So with that being said, us with that being said, y'all, you know how we're so advanced, like there's no time that's with us, right? There's no future, middle, and it's just like present, like, right? And that makes that and everything, right? On both ends. So you know like how, especially us, we gonna just gonna you gonna understand when I say this. You probably already heard it. When 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 we be saying like we already knew what they was gonna do, but we gave them like free will. You know how it says that in the Bible, right? Like Jesus gives you free will, even though he knows all that is like symbolic for us. You know, once you know who black people are, or you see a piece of it, right, in any shape, way, or form, no matter how far down the rabbit hole you go, you can't act like you didn't see a speck of that light and see what happens to us and however you view life, all the trauma that we face, stuff that's problems to us that's not to everybody else, even though certain stuff in the system can happen to everyone else. You feel me? Y'all know what I'm saying. So yeah, no, it all connects in a way, but and then the whole Bible is our story too. So it all connects. Like, so basically, what I'm saying, Jesus coming back, Jesus coming back isn't gonna be on no, just ain't. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jesus ain't forgiving nobody's sins that knew exactly what they was doing and continue doing it, or people that knew enough to know what they're living off of and how wrong it is and continue to live off of it until they couldn't no more. There's gonna be none of that forgiven, especially with even more like diabolical stuff about us, torture and everything that we're not even aware of, that's still in our DNA, that shows up in our emotions today. You know, even off of hearing stuff that's close to other stuff and how it connects or could get you to remember certain stuff. Like it's really I can say it's really alarming for the nervous system. You know, and then most of us ain't even really eating right, so even more so. But basically what I'm saying though, y'all, is there's gonna be like no forgiveness, because whether people want to say it or not, people that's not us, that have the same genetic of these people that started all this and everything, right? The stuff with children, what they've been doing and everything, right? You think that they cared about whether it's wrong or right? You get what I'm saying? And you got to hold accountability from your species standpoint, especially when you win that chosen ones. I ain't even gonna front. I'm not even gonna front. Especially when black people, we've been the main target. Like we've been, and where here we are. That makes it worse. All of this, y'all. It makes it worse, and that makes it even worse for even us that help in cahoots and whatever part of this to have us playing out these lies, regardless of the enforcement behind it or not. That's a lot of karma that's already given out, but it's going to be given out. You know, for real, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So, literally, like, understand what I'm saying. So it's not just like you really got to understand the angles of people talking about like, oh, why isn't they talking about this and Jesus being black and all of that. Like, it's not just that. You got to understand the lies connect. That's why none of the lies want to really be validated for real. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of the lies lead to other lies, and it's like that's why even however so whether it's validated in any way to you, you finding out something. You yourself, when you find out one lie, you open up one door, you see the other thousand and shit. You feel me? That's why that's like that. Because it's like it get kind of spooky. You feel me? But yeah, y'all. It's not gonna. You know what I mean? They say like you shouldn't really compare sins sometimes and shit or whatever. When you're looking from like person to person, like we all sin and stuff like that. But what type of category would you put the sin, a sin of a whole way of life of living and believing against a certain group of people? What type of sin would that be? Let me know how. You feel me? But this is reality though. This is reality though. Y'all gotta understand this. I know you hear me say this, like it might sound like, however, or make you feel uncomfortable if you're not me and you haven't, you know, heard anything like this or forgot who you are, It might hurt a bit, but I'm just telling you, you feel me? Just telling you. That's a huge sin in my eyes. You know what I mean? Think about all the blood spilled around this one sin of this ideology. That didn't come from us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I don't think people realize that it's not us off of living amongst us, that them living along with it, even as it's crashing, like how worse it is. It's like they're still trying to hold on to it, but they don't look at it like that because they're living amongst us. You hear what I'm saying? And it's like we're all one human race. But nobody looks at it like that, you know. But it's not the same though. So you really have to understand this. That shit is not the same. You know, it's like we're living this system off of our lack of awareness and division, making it grow. But that's not the same. That's not the same for everybody. How much young black girls are getting touched on in one day in the medical field, right? But then they got that protected by the military, y'all. By the military. You good, y'all. By the military. You feel me? By the motherfucking military. And a lot of us in there too. You feel me? But you got to understand that though. So that's why this is why that's not going to be that all of this like and how connects it's not going to be spoke about. I got to understand that. You know, it's not going to be validated, but that's why everything is happening now anyway. That's why these changes are taking place on the planet. You know, that's why like that's why our bees are royalty, right? That's why the bees just smack. What do you call it? Um, I can't think of what you call it, the tip of my head, but I want to say Israel, but this is why that bees is going wild. You feel me? And they giving karma out because it's like you got to remember like certain like those bees recognize frequency. You know, those bees recognize frequency, yo. And and fam calling me. I'm on. Damn, fam. Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold the hold. Hold the hold. You might mess up real quick, y'all. Oh no, it's still going. Yeah, so yeah, y'all, you gotta like really recognize what's being done and stuff like that though. They not gonna call it that. They not. But yeah, I don't know what type of sin that would be of the system being strategically designed and aimed towards a certain group of people. I don't know what type of sin that would be. But however that would be weighed or that would be judged, it wouldn't be judged alike. I'm gonna just say that. And if me and Jesus got the same genetic makeup, he was a black person, and we the same. I don't think that he would like that. That I was in a system that I forgot I had a lack of awareness about, or was able to run all the division off my brother and sister, and other people that wasn't me, knew they wasn't me enough, that they're living off of the stuff in the past that was done to me. Like I don't think that he would like that. I'm gonna just say that, y'all. I don't think that he would like that at all. And then in the ways I was like protected and stuff for it to stand up, I don't think that he would like that, y'all. I don't think that he would like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he would like that. That's all I'm saying, you know. And I really feel like the Bible is our story, and I feel like the warnings in there was like all in there. I feel like in the Bible, it was a lot of warnings, you know, how to just have more appreciation for the planet, have more appreciation for all children, have more appreciation towards the organic people. You know, I feel like it was like a lot of warnings, and a lot of warnings was ignored and projected wrong, therefore perceived wrong. You hear what I'm saying? And y'all know I value and respect y'all, but I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Um, It's a severe points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out all my guys and goddesses know how vibrational hearing beings. You know what the fuck it is. Tap in, tap in, tap in. You feel me? I value and respect y'all. Everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Zion, I love you. You feel me? Brittany, I love you too.